Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is a video based on important questions and last minute tips for your 10th board examination of mathematics, that is tomorrow. The first thing is revise all the formulas by heart, and I think you have practiced enough and you remember all the formulas. Then we have a second thing that you can attempt extra question. There is no negative marking in this case. If you have 5 questions and they ask you to attempt any 4, even if you attempt all 5, then the top 4 questions will be considered in the marking. Okay, for example, you scored 5 out of 10 in question 2, in question 1, question 2 10 out of 10, question 3 6, question 4 9, question 5 10. They will consider the highest marks, like 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you can attempt extra question, but do it after you attempt your whole paper. Then 10 years, again, it is a very important thing to be done before examination, and I'll tell you some questions that are asked every year from 10 years. Okay, so the banking question is asked every time. They may ask you the rate or the interest or the maturity value. You have to learn this formula, and please do not make silly mistakes while calculating. Then we have question based on solution set. They will give you like 3x minus 12 less than 3 minus 5x less than 4 minus 2x. So it can be like any equation, and then you have to find out the solution set. See, for real numbers you have to shade the whole portion, whatever the question is given, and for the whole numbers and natural numbers you can do it by this dot. And yes, remember, if there is this dot which is hollow, then the number is not included. In case it is included, then we make this. Okay, for example, this value is included and this value is excluded, so we will make it like this. Then we have a question from quadratic equation, and please find out the square root, because yes, a lot of students omit this mistake, finding out the wrong square root. I did this mistake in my board examination, and I remember that my marks were deducted in that part. Okay, so you must know how to find out the square root. It is a very simple method, but try to write the square root up to 3 decimal place. Okay, then we have one question on componendo and dividendo that is asked every year. Then factor theorem, which is very important, and the remainder theorem as well. Okay, then matrix multiplication. So matrix multiplication questions will be asked, and it is very simple chapter. Then arithmetic progression, sum, and finding out the nth term. They may also ask you to find out the last term. So the formula for that is same. Okay, then question on section formula. They will ask you to find out the coordinates. They will give you 2 comma 3 and minus 1 comma 0, give you the ratio and find out the coordinates of this part. Okay, so you know how to solve it. You have to make the formula, and they may also ask you to find out the ratio if the coordinates are given. So you have to assume the ratio as k:1 every time. Then finding out equation of line. See, the formula is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, and you have to replace this with the coordinates given. You know how to find out the slope, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Circle and all its properties. See, each and every property is very important. For example, the center is twice the angle of circumference, and then we have a lot of other properties. Just revise. Then basic formula questions from mensuration. Please do not solve very tough questions. Their boards never ask such questions. They'll only ask you basic formula questions. Melting and recasting questions must be done. For example, they'll say cone is melted and it is converted in 30 pieces of cylinder and so on. So please practice those questions. Then we have proving trigonometrical questions. Sometimes you're not able to prove the trigonometry part. What you can do is start solving from the right hand side, and also start solving from left hand side. Somewhere you will reach where these two things are equal, then you can copy it backwards. Okay, like this, in this way. then you will like it will be very easy to prove the question in case you're not able to prove something. Statistics, we have these three important methods. If it is not mentioned that you have to use this method, then you can go with any method. Direct method is the easiest, but try to be precise, and calculation mistakes must be avoided. Then we have probability, the cards type. Please study about jack, queen, king, and so on. How many cards are there? Like different cards of hearts, spades, and so on. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. All the best for your examination, and I hope you do well tomorrow. I'll also make videos for other subjects, so you may subscribe my channel.